if you're into stocks, I am looking for somebody to do AlgoBox stocks hosting. If that's you, it's a really cool trade opportunity. All you got to do is showcase AlgoBox on stocks. I'm going to show you guys how easy this would be in case somebody wants to do this. I'm going to show you how easy it is to host and show this stuff on stocks. Are you ready? Well, here's the deal. After I take my bonus trade, I'm going to take a bonus trade, try to get myself over 3K. And after my bonus trade, stick around. I'm going to show you guys AlgoBox on stocks. What do you say? You guys want to see that? Type stocks in the chat. Petro actually did an interesting intro for us. I don't know if I'd call it an intro, but to kind of give a 411 on this. And again, it doesn't have to be just one. We could use several if that's for you. Look, stocks, here's the tricky thing about stocks. I don't want to say tricky, but there are way more stocks, right? Like, think about this. Somebody type in the chat or do a quick Google on this. How many futures contracts are there? Okay, futures contract, but then narrow it down to, well, how many futures contracts are actually tradable with enough volume to be worth your time trading intraday? Right, you're going to come up with a handful, maybe a dozen tops. But how many stocks are tradable? Type in the chat, how many stocks are on the New York Stock Exchange, for instance. Maybe Google that real quick and type in the chat. And that's why you kind of, where it's easy for a one-man show in E-mini trading. I mean, yeah, somebody could specialize in crude oil or gold or whatever, but there's literally like 6 to 12 futures contracts that are tradable. Intraday, if you're trying to, do what we do, income-based intraday trading, generating income. And Daniel says 8,000 stocks. Mr. Close said plus 80,000. I don't even know what the number is. At some point, it was like 2,000 back in the day when I first started looking at the stock exchanges. But yeah, it's a lot, right? So think about this. Not everybody's looking at the same stocks at the same time. And people's budgets are different. If you're trading stocks, like, again, to me, it's more complicated. It's more complicated, but dude, there are a lot more people trading stocks because people don't understand futures. There's a whole thing around that. Now, I think they're becoming more popular because of all these trader funding programs, right? I don't know of any trader funding programs for stocks. Does anybody know of any? I don't think there are because it doesn't really work for stocks. But I don't know. Y'all tell me. Are there? I've not seen any trader funding programs for stocks. Is that correct? Well, here's what's cool about AlgoBox. AlgoBox still simplifies the whole process. If you don't care about the earnings report, or you're not having to worry about the fundamentals of a stock, and that a trader who just wants to trade the stock because they like the fundamentals of it already, like let's say that there's an Apple fan, right? I love me some Apple, so all they want to do is trade Apple. Okay, here we go. First Alpha Omega. Look, this is a big move up here. I will take the first Alpha Omega, one of my favorite types of plays here. First Alpha Omega after the move up would be a nice bonus trade for me here. And I'll show it to you myself. Problem is, Vinny, lots of people have to trade their stock, ETF, portfolios, futures, non-options. Exactly. Very good, Mr. Close. Mr. Close, impressing me every moment. You know your stuff, bro. We might need to have you come run AlgoBox stocks. Right? Haven't heard of any. Yeah, there aren't any for stocks. And there's a good reason, because of the mechanics of how this whole trader funding program stuff works with data feeds and paper servers, etc. Okay, but there aren't. So that means the people who are trading stocks, it's a whole different animal of people who are in it. And I recognize that, and I know that. Okay, GLR up here. If that shoots straight up there, I am tapping that GLR as well. Also one of my favorite things to do. I'll tap it for a T1, no problem. There's the double cross. There's the GLR right there. Yeah, it opens up a whole swath of people that are just missing out. They're not being able, and the thing is they can use it. You can use our system, but because it's like, well, Vinny Emini must be for E-minis only. I've never seen stocks on this. Well, dude, I mean, like, all we got to do is just put it on a YouTube channel. Show people that it can be used on stocks. Let me play Petro's video he made recently. All right, here we go.
Welcome to AlgoBox Stocks. But what is that, you wonder? In short, it's a cheat code for the markets. AlgoBox is a professional suite of algorithmic tools and strategies for professional traders that utilizes multi-time frame confluence with a visual and auditory approach. After being exclusive to the futures market, the creator of this amazing software, Mr. Vinny Emini, has launched AlgoBox Stocks, the name of which is self-explanatory. You're probably wondering what you're seeing on the screen here, so let's dive right in. What you're looking at is a standard workspace for AlgoBox. We have 5 charts currently open, which are: first, in the top left is the tide; second, on the bottom left is the wave; third, in the middle is the MACV; top right is Ripple B, and bottom right is the Ripple A chart. The order I went through them is not random. This is the way that we filter, from the highest chart to the smallest one, looking to get the best entry with minimal risk. Be aware that we cover just the basics. In reality, AlgoBox goes much deeper than that. But the beauty of it is that you can go as deep as you want, or just keep it super simple. Now let's just jump into the charts and look for a potential AlgoBox setup. Okay, first one we'll be looking at is Amazon, and as I said earlier, we're going to start at the uppermost time frame, which is the tide, and I can already see that here we have double alpha omegas higher, followed by a smaller number, which can signal at least a pullback. Here I look at the wave and I see a nice Fibeli dot combined with a harmonic pattern, which forms an HMD. And here I can see a harmonic with a cross, which is also confirming my entry. And here I have also, at the same time frame, I have a high alpha omega number. So if I would enter here on the smallest time frame, I could enter right here. Stop would be above the cross, so that's like 11 cents, and I could ride it all the way down. Let's see, let's make it bigger, and I could ride it all the way down
double delta RTY on the one.
Also, if I wanted to exit at the first opposing signal, I could exit here for 76 cents of profit. If you want to hold longer, you can. And here at the bottom of the move, it would be $2.27.
Taking a look at the fear and greed index,
is LZN, which is a lower price stock. It's under $10. It went up to 15 and then it just like sold off.
Double delta RTY
but as I
on
can
the
see
one.
here, this is the 30 days of data, and there isn't enough data, so I'm just gonna mask it like this. And here I can already see we have a nice downtrend. Here what I see is 2 double dots. Here it's the same thing, but here we have an enigma, which is one of the most powerful
industrial production month over month.
That's we look at the down move. If we held into
Speed
the
of
close,
RTY 64.
we'll get 91. So that's a pretty good risk-reward ratio. If you wanted to hold overnight, let's see, it's a way bigger move, like more than 20%. So yeah, now in this video we barely scratched the surface of the power of AlgoBox. If you want to see more like it,
on the one.
subscribe and like the video and head over to the official AlgoBox channel. Thank you.
That's awesome, Petro. Appreciate you, sir. That is amazing work.
DCD.
But yeah, so how do you do it? Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it right now. I don't know if I'm gonna get my bonus trade here or not. Did not see the alpha omega after the move there, so we still got a straight up move. However, look up top here. Let's go to my big screen here so you guys can see what's happening. Higher time frame. The gold line still there up above us. What I was saying before, that little sweeper up to the gold line would be up above us there. We've got multiple ready ups here. Actually, I'm going to look for a sell here any moment. I'm going to try to catch a bid for a little continuation down here. We've got a 17.5 in there. We got a lot of ready ups here showing up. I think that will catch people off sides. I think they're looking for some continuation up there after that move here. So I'll let this be my, what could be a final bonus trade. What I don't like is it's against strong buy, but that's the whole point. I think this is going to, all this multi-ready up. We've seen this numerous times. You get this, ends up being oftentimes a very large move against the current direction. This thing has been up and up and up and up. People are looking for that continuation. And 17.5 comes in. There we go. Enigma comes in, helps me. Gets me a couple targets taken off there. And I'll close it up there. So to get $3,005, that's all I really wanted, because I really want to show you guys some stock stuff here in a minute, and hopefully convince some of you fine people, if you are a stocks person, to go ahead and use AlgoBox on stocks. If you already got it for the Pro Pack, and may as well use it for stocks too. We will be releasing a separate version for stocks that exclusively allows stocks only, and it will be at a lower price point, but you'll only be able to use it on stocks. If you get the Pro Edition, which you guys have, you can use it on any. So if you already own the Pro Pack Edition of AlgoBox, you are already going to be able to use it on stocks, and I'll show it to you right now. And because I have multi-broker license for NinjaTrader, I can actually connect to both connections at the same time. So I am adding a secondary connection right now. Good question. Mr. Close said, Vinny, since NT doesn't work with equities, where would I get the data? So first of all, they do work with equities, such as TD Ameritrade. They have a number of brokers that you can use. Just their brokerage does not service equities. So again, this is an informative thing too. I need someone who can educate the public on it. Again, I can do it too, but I'm just out of time, y'all. I can't code and manage and trade and teach and code and then also do stocks. We need some help. So if you guys want to do it, we've got awesome opportunities there for people who want to showcase it. You can build your own YouTube channel. You can get YouTube revenue for yourself. You can get affiliate code money for that. There's all kinds of cool stuff that we'll talk about with the opportunity to do and talk about stocks. If you're a stocks person and you want to see AlgoBox on stocks, and that sounds like something you might want to do, contact me. We'll walk it through. It's open to anyone. If you want to do it, fantastic. Again, it can't just be, it doesn't have to be just one person, because again, there are so many stocks to look at. However you want to grab your watch list. If you want to go over there and like Ross Cameron says, hey, here's our watch list of the day. Fine. Look at his watch list and then use our system. You want to talk about like stacking odds in your favor? If he's a momentum player and then you want to get the perfect entry, why not use an Enigma for the entry on the momentum play that he's already shown you, like, oh, okay, here's my, you don't want a stock scanner? Go get somebody who's already scanned it for you. Or if you have the stock scanner already, you've got your picks for your sizing, because that's the other thing you have to deal with. It's like, okay, Google stock is in the hundreds of dollars per share. Then you got, $5 stocks, $10 stocks, $20 stocks. You want to go below $10 stocks. You want penny stocks, however you want to play it. But imagine you have the power of AlgoBox behind it. There are brokers that they work with directly where you can trade, or you can plot on a chart our system and take your entry on whatever platform you want. If you want to use your Thinkorswim, TD Ameritrade, whatever, you want to use Scottrade, E-Trade, doesn't matter. You chart with AlgoBox, you execute on your broker, however you want to do that. Now, if you want all the cool buttons and stuff like that, it's different. You also have to deal with share sizing. Another thing that is, in my opinion, a disadvantage of stocks. In my opinion, that's why I stick with E-minis. Like, why am I not going to trade stocks? Because there's, first of all, too many options to deal with. You got to look at 8,000 different things. I'd rather look at just a few, and because I can just play the video game, right? However, you could also full auto Enigma on as many stocks as you want. If you have a large account and you want to run it, all kinds of cool opportunities there. But I need somebody to come and teach it, because I'm tired. I'm old. I got 4 kids. I got elderly parents to take care of. I'm just, I'm out of hands. You know what I'm saying? So I need some hands, some feet, and a mouthpiece. You guys gotta, and somebody who can make videos. I mean, you're gonna have to be able to make videos. You know what I'm saying? So you need to do big company stocks. You can do any size stock.
Double Delta RTY on the 1.
All you need is a data feed for it. So let's talk about the data feed. So I just connected my data feed. I use Kinetic, but dude, you can use any of them. Any of them. Now, if you want tick data, for instance, interactive brokers is an example. Now, interactive brokers, I'm going to talk about one of the slight disadvantages of interactive brokers. They do not have historical data. They only do real-time data. So you have to have your charts open all the time if you want to deal with interactive brokers. You won't be able to go back to the left. Petro did not explain something. He said, oh, it's only got 30 days of data. He could have added more days of data. No, there's no limitation to our stuff. You can add years of data to a chart if you want. On the 89, you can go 6 months, 9 months, 10 months, 12 months back. It doesn't matter. You can add as much data as your data feed provider allows you. Okay, so you could look at whatever chart you want. If you want to use it on minute bars, do it.
RTY64.
However, you know, I think there are advantages to algo bars. You guys know my whole drill. Anyhow, sorry, going on and on. I just connected a Kinetic data feed. I pay like $60 a month to have it because it is historical and real time. So in my opinion, Kinetic, if you're writing it down, is the best for stocks, in my opinion. Okay. So they have a data feed. However, you need your own broker. They're not a broker for it. So you would have to connect that as well. And to do that, you might need a multi-broker license for NinjaTrader. So again, there are some disadvantages, but good news is if you're using stocks, AlgoBox stocks, it will be at a much cheaper price point for stocks because, again, you don't have to worry about people stepping on each other, all those kind of things. Anyhow, we'll get into a lot of that as we hopefully get some people to come and do the training. But I've connected Kinetic, so guess what? Now I can change all these charts to any stock. So how about you guys throw me out a stock? Give me a stock you guys want to see. Give me the symbol for any stock you got.
Bands touch RTY on the 31.
Oh, I hit my bonus trade, by the way. All right, so up 3K on the day, $3,005 for the move, and more ready ups there. So there's probably going to be a big turning point right here. So you be very careful. Probably at least an 89, maybe 100 tick move off of that. NVIDIA. Let's take a look. Somebody mentioned NVIDIA earlier today. NVDA. So literally, I click on the chart and you type NVIDIA. That's it. And because these charts are color linked right here, I've got these set to blue. You can change it to whatever color you want, but as long as these charts are all color linked to blue, then all the charts will change at the same time. So I'm going to type NVIDIA, NVDA, and hit enter. And through the magic of swapping, although I should probably have disconnected futures, but whatever. Ooh, clustering. I see AO clustering, so NVIDIA is going to run today. You see this AO clustering? Everybody type AO clustering in the chat. It's still loading, by the way, so just give it a sec. NVIDIA probably has a ton of data. Just a sec. I see a beautiful blue dot down here for the pivot on NVIDIA and a red dot up here, so NVIDIA is working very technically. AOC, that's right, Alpha Omega clustering. There's a 17.4 short right there.
Double delta NVDA on the 1.
All right, did it finish loading? Nope, still calculating. And NVIDIA, I think, is one of the most popular stocks right now. So like, these are not going to take this long to load when you've got your stocks already up. And this is the first time that my system has cached that data. Expected range calcs are down to 117 to flush the long calls. Oh, interesting. Man, you should teach the class, bro. Come teach the class on stocks. Sounds like you got the stocks locked in, bro. And look at that. See? NVIDIA just got a winner on an Enigma in real time, 17.4 for the push move down to the Enigma target. There's you. There it is in action. Let's see. Busting the bulls, you think?
DCDM NVDA on the 1.
So again, it's pretty zoomed in here, so I would want to, or zoomed out, I would want to zoom in a bit. But right now this is AO clustering, so very, very dangerous spot here on NVIDIA.
NVDA on the 1.
A lot of clustering. This is not normal, but here you are on the high time frame. Nice green dot for the up move. That is a technical structural play. We came into the butterfly, it obeyed, dropped. Again, these don't look like much, but let's look at that drop there on the butterfly, that down move, that is 387 ticks on the butterfly. The green dot up move on the golden ropes, that's 1243 ticks to the upside off of the green dot entry. So AlgoBox on stocks, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Now, news events and things like that, you know, we don't have our news indicator, but you got other things you can do with that on. Also, the Mac VU, people have asked, well, will the Mac VU work on that? Of course it will. What are stocks? What is underlying the S&P 500? Stocks, right? What is underlying
double delta NVDA on the 1?
The NASDAQ? Stocks, yes. Right. What about AudioBox? Is AudioBox going to work on it? Yes. So AudioBox on stocks. This is AudioBox on NVIDIA right now. It's yep, hear that? Those are buyers stepping in.
Double delta NVDA on the 1.
Cool, huh? Again, AO clustering, so there's going to be some craziness. This is not normal. You're not normally going to see this much clustering. Yeah, this is, wow, that's crazy. So there's going to be a trend starting here today on that. You can see clustering on these 2 lower time frames. So pretty crazy. Okay, so somebody give me another one. Let's see, NVIDIA, someone said Amazon, we saw that earlier. Oh, Tesla, how about Tesla? Yeah. TSLA.
Speed of TSLA 256. Speed of TSLA 256.
Now, I like the moves on Tesla. Look at this. I like these sweeping moves. Lots of open space there. Look at that, 22.9. $36. Everything's still loading there. Give it a second.
Double delta TSLA on the 4. Enigma long on the TSLA 1.
There's a 24. Let's see if that gets to its target here while we're watching. Right before your eyes.
Speed of TSLA 200.
Nope, ended up not working there, but that's a 24, so I would keep an eye on that spot. I would draw a line here for a re-entry on a 24 like that. And there's a 9 follow-up. Wow, that's moving fast. Tesla is on the move. Might have to set that on full auto. Get straight up to the Enigma target there off of the 9.6. That was quick. Whoa, she's moving fast. Okay, so there's Tesla. So you notice there's not a lot of clustering here on Tesla, yes? You see that there's no clustering, you know what I'm talking about, type of 1. In case you're wondering that, oh, well, it's messed up on stocks. It's not. It literally means that NVIDIA is going to be in a trend today on the NVIDIA. Tesla, on the other hand, not. Tesla is moving very nicely, looks like. Yes, you can place it on Sim, so I could switch to my Sim account, but if I click that down, then you guys can see my account number information, but I can literally switch to Sim. You can definitely trade in Sim, but you can also, if you have interactive brokers, I know NinjaTrader works with interactive brokers. I know that NinjaTrader works with TD Ameritrade. You can also connect that. So what you do is under your connections tab on your NinjaTrader, click on connections and hit the drop down, and you can have multiple connections at the same time if you have multi-broker. You don't have to, Again, if you are working with one that has historical data, but here's the issue. Again, that I need someone to teach these things because people are going to come ask this question 1,000 times. You need to have it in the frequently asked questions section if you're going to be teaching on this. Is that, what if I use TD Ameritrade? Well, TD Ameritrade does not have tick data. TD Ameritrade has a limitation. They only do time bars. Okay, so that's where I would want to go ahead and get Kinetic. Yes, it's $60 a month, though, I think. Last time I checked. I think that's what I'm paying. I think it might be even $70 now, because I think it's like 68, and then I think they went like, oh, we're gonna up our prices. I think it's almost $70 now. But $70 a month for a stocks trader who is an active stocks trader. Again, this is for professionals. If people want professional grade algorithmic tools, then $60 a month is a steal deal, in my opinion, to get tick data. Now, you don't have to. Again, this works on minute bars. People are like, oh, does it work on minute bars? Yes. Okay, let's go to a 1 minute. Okay, you want to see a minute bar? This is going to hurt me. Okay, it's going to hurt my brain, but I'm going to go ahead and switch the minute bars here for you. There you go. Works on minute bars. It's still calculating. Give it a second. It's probably like, my system's probably like vomit. It's like, ugh, ugh, what are you doing? Ugh. All right, so there's your ugly minute bars. If you want 1 minute, who doesn't love a good 5 minute bar? Okay, for all the 5 minute freaks. All right, you want a 5 minute bar? Let's go to 5 minute bar. Oh, vomit.
Fib.tsla on the 8th.
Vomit. But you want to go AO to AO. I mean, hello. You can't beat AlgoBox, folks. It's $85 on Kinetic. Oh yeah, so I remember them. I was like, I'm pretty sure I saw some notice that they were charging more. For they were like, oh, our prices are going up. I don't know. It's on auto pay. But okay, so it's 85 now. Thank you, Greg.
Fib.tsla on the 8th.
But I mean, you can. Yes, you can use it on minute bars, and the volume will come in real time and whatnot. But there are limitations to not having the tick data. Let's see, 1 minute. Can we go to seconds? I guess we can. Let's go to like how about
lower bands
5 second bars? Okay, if somebody's like just like, well, I've got to use minute bar. Okay, cool, fine. We'll do minute bars. Let's see if we can find an Enigma.
Lower bands
on the seconds here.
on the 31.
Oh, there's one. 20.5. The start of a big move there. But again, it's a little bit limited on what you're gonna be able to do there with some of the really cool stuff. You're gonna want to have tick bars, right? But here's the other thing about, like, let's say that you were a streamer. Talk about if you want to be a streamer and make some money on streams. Imagine you were paying the $85 a month and being like, listen guys, if you don't want to pay for the data, put your screen on real time. Now, you can't stream at 4K because apparently no matter what I do on 4K streams, like what I have right now, there's going to be a few seconds delay on a 4K live stream. However, I think down to a 2K, you could have all the charts up for people to come and watch. Just have them be like, hey, come and ask for any chart, and then you'll just pull the charts up for people. Like, people would come to watch your live stream just to switch around between stocks. And plus, there's a lot more people in stocks than there are in futures. Everybody understand that? There's a ton. So if you really want to be a YouTuber, you're an aspiring YouTuber or know someone who wants to be, I mean, you want to do an AlgoBox stocks channel, I mean, I would just think about that.
Lower bands touch TSLA on the 31.
Let's see. So that's a 5 second. How about a
lower bands
3 second chart
on the 31? Lower bands touch TSLA on the 31 on the 3.
So yeah, there were some perfect enigmas there at 9:45 for the short, And let's take off that coloring because I know that's confusing. And button panel, nope. I need Master Enigma bot panel, and I'm going to take off color code signals.
Lower bands touch TSLA on the 31. Lower bands
there we go.
TSLA on the 4.
So you could try to simulate what we do on AlgoBars by going down to like, you know, a 2 to 3 second bar kind of craziness. But yeah, I mean, you got the audio box that works on the individual stocks themselves, etc. So you just switch to it. Audio box is on. But yeah, I mean, imagine a live stream like, well, I don't want to pay the $85. But like, okay, well, come show up to my live stream. You could do multiple live streams. You want to get crazy with it? 2 computers. Like, okay, well, I'll get this one set up over here. And like, so if you want to have a main one where you got like the main FANG stocks on one side, you could, there's so many options. If you wanted to be a stocks person, like you got a whole thing. Plus you want to talk about the interactions, way more interactions on stocks. Why? Because people want to call out, be like, hey man, can you check the open on, I don't know, HENC, you know, like random stocks. People are going to be like, hey, can you show me this on this stock? It could get crazy, get pretty cool. So if you or someone you know wants to showcase AlgoBox stocks, we're ready to release the software anytime. It does work on Pro, but you need to, get yourself warmed up. You're gonna need to practice these things. You're gonna need to, get yourself warmed up. I'm not waiting on you. Okay, you need to get going to it. Any questions? What did I miss? If I missed a question, type your question again. Let me set audio box. AVGO, if you don't mind. See, there we go. AVGO. All right, AVGO. So imagine, see, people are going to ask this stuff. They're going to be like, oh yeah, show me AVGO. You know how it is. They do this on stock streams all the time. That's why they got, the people who are streaming stocks have so many people following them and are coming to their live streams because there's so much going on with stocks. So many things to question and ask about and opinions and blah, 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 blah. And by the way, finance channels, did you guys know that finance channels make the most amount of money on YouTube? Now, I don't because I have my monetization turned off, but people who want to monetize, now you can't play cool music, you gotta
double delta lower bands touch.
Well, then again, I mean, it's so easy to make your own custom music these days, so you could create your own custom music, I guess. Anyway, going off on tangents there. Okay, here's AVGO. Is it all loaded? Still one more chart loading there.
Double delta AVGO on the 3. Double delta AVGO on the 4.
All right, triple ready ups here, so might be a reversal here any moment after this move down there. Now this is on the 3-second chart, so I'm going to put this back because this is hurting my eyeballs. Looking at seconds.
Lower band.
I'm going to go to I'll go to AlgoBar 2s just to speed along the refresh there. Oh, and there you go. Instant winner. Insta winner. Did you see how fast that went? Boom, pow. Snapped it up there. Ready up. All right, what does the ready up tell you? Take the next play. Boom. 17.5. Targets filled. 14.1 moonshot short. AVGO. What is AVGO? What stock is this? What are we looking at? I've never heard of AVGO. Oh, AI music sometimes gets flagged for a copyright strike. Oh, that's cool. I still have TweetDeck Pro X watching news. Kind of. What I have is a bot that scrapes all of the important news feeds on Twitter and feeds into our newsroom. Actually, Greg, if you didn't know about this, and this is in our videos, it's always surprising me. Those of you guys, like, y'all literally will not go through the video trainings. Like, yeah. What is it with adults and just thinking, has life become so easy and so soft now that people don't know that, like, you might want to look at some videos, like, and learn? But I literally tell you, there's a whole news feed channel over here that's scraped from the most important places on the web for news. If you want to be a news person, and that you should have 3 tabs open to have news, right, in your eyeball, in the event of some catastrophe. Like, I don't literally sit here and look at all the news, but yes, we have a newsroom on the left. You should have 1 tab open there, 1 tab open to public, and you know, like there's a whole video on stuff that I'm not going to go into all that, but you guys need to watch the dang videos. Like, go through the videos. Greg.
Delta ABGO on the 2.
That's Broadcom. I gotcha. But yeah, Mac VU room should be open on yours, and news and the public chat and Discord, and you should have 1 monitor dedicated to that content, in my opinion. Or on another screen somewhere on I don't know, a tablet might be too small to run all 3 of those. You really need a screen. I like to use a vertical monitor for that, so that you can do like this. So if you have 1 monitor in vertical mode, then you can, let's do RGB. So up here we have your news feed, G or GB, green and blue. Right here, I might want to make this one a bit bigger in the middle, and this one is your Mac VU, Mac V Ultimate, and then on your one at the bottom here, the public chat, because there's a lot that, you know, if some announcement needs to be done, pub chat for Mac V. So you should have 1 dedicated to Discord screens, in my opinion. So, you know, some craziness happens, you can like, oh, let me look at the news event that occurred. You know, this, you need to always have this. Here's why I put it in the center, so you're just looking off to the right and you can see it. Now again, if you want to put this somewhere else and you want it on your chart window, that's cool. And then you would have news filling all the way to the middle of the screen, news up top, pub chat in the bottom. But you should have 1 monitor dedicated to that, in my opinion. If you want the best, again, I just give best suggestions. Do an ETF, QQQ SPY. All right, QQQ, let's do it. QQQ. The thing about dark pools is you can't scan for them. That's the whole point of having a dark pool. It's always so funny when people talk about things like, oh, I've heard about dark pools, bro. Like, if you heard about dark pools, like, the whole point is that they're off ARPA. They're off all of your normal data channels. That's why you can't see them. There's no scanning for them. The people who claim, oh, we got dark pool data, really? I mean, you would need to know somebody who gave them access to that, and you think that they're going to let you put that in public? They're not. And don't believe everything you read on the internet, and the stuff that you do, like, mentally apply it. The difference between knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge is facts. Knowledge or wisdom is being able to act on those facts appropriately. So there's the QQQs. Probably looks like ES. I imagine if we were doing ES, probably nearly, I wouldn't say identical, but should be pretty close.
Speed of QQQ 60.
But yeah, any stock. Oh, there's a 21.8 short. See if that one works out. Currently neutral, moderate buy, but did just go neutral. If it pushes down to that target.
DCDM QQQ on the 2.
Remember trading QQQ back in the day? Dark Pool is a company that places trades for larger hands. They have to place trades every 10 seconds. Don't have any data because they can't hold trades. Yeah, and by the way, every single person in here who has AlgoBox already, this works on Pro Edition. Like, if you have AlgoBox Pro, it will always work on everything. It will work on every instrument. It works on Bitcoin. People are always asking, does it work on crypto? Yes, it works on crypto. You just need a crypto data feed. And yes, NinjaTrader has compatible cryptos. You know, if you're a crypto guy and you want perfect entries, I mean, why would you not use AlgoBox? I don't know. We're not the cheapest, but we are the best. But if you're a crypto person, you got money. So, unless you were the last guy. And, I mean, then maybe you didn't, but... I mean, I knew absolutely nothing about crypto, and with a $50,000 investment, made $450,000 in 1 year on crypto. I mean, and when it's going to run, it's just going to run. It's crazy. 2017, or was that 2018? I think it was 2018. Yeah. So, AlgoBox stocks.
Double Delta QQQ on the 8th.
Did Enigma hit the target? Yeah. Might have missed it by a tick. So, oh no, it did. It touched. It touched. You see it? It touched it. 20 ticks. And again, it was against the buy side stuff. So you would be wanting to do a target one situation there, going against the favorable direction and against the MACVU. Yeah, I kind of don't think so. That is a very nice looking trap, is it not? All right, so if this stair steps, could be the return. You'll learn to read the chart, and then you can trade anything you want. What is QQQ? You know, I don't even know what it stands for. Anybody know what actually QQQ stands for? Why they chose QQQ? It's really weird. I've always wondered that too. I'm like, it has nothing to do with SPY. It has nothing to do with S&P 500. Like, what is triple Q? Is that like a
Double Delta QQ
alphanumeric value or something? Is that one of those? Yeah, it's an ETF. If you're asking specifically what it is, exchange traded fund. But the underlying, this is a basket of stocks.
DCDM.
Like the S&P 500 is the, you know, it's 500 stocks. When the S&P 500 is in the name. QQQ is a trusted ETF that tracks the NASDAQ 100 index, makes up 100 of the largest financial companies. Yeah. I mean, there's all kinds of, yeah, depending on where you Google and where you get the answer, because it's a lot of things internally. But it's a basket of stocks that were chosen, and each different ETF has its reason for why it was chosen, but it's basically not a single stock. It is multiple stocks. So it's a fund of stocks, plural, involved. A basket. Oh man, and it is Friday.
Touch QQ.
We didn't even get to use the Friday button. Oh, just kidding. We did. Art team, show them how it's done.
The old adage where, the individual investor doesn't have a chance because the institutional investor has better technology, better information, and, more money and better opportunity, I don't think it's real anymore. I think the edge is on the individual investor because they're small, they're nimble, they can trade, they can use they have better front-end technology.
Don't waste your time. Leave the technical analysis to us. You just play the game.
Upper bands touch QQQ on the 31.
Rewind. Rewind.
Upper bands touch QQQ on the 31.
Audio Jungle.
Enigma short on the QQQ2.